second case, continuity and differentiability. Let's have a recap which we studied in class 11th. We know y is equal to fx is a function. X is independent variable and y is dependent variable. Suppose we differentiate this function. What do you mean by differentiation of a function? That means we are operating both sides by d by dx. D by dx is operator. If we apply operator d by dx before a function fx, it means that we are differentiating the function fx with respect to x. And we know very well some standard formulas like differential of sin x is equal to cos x, differential of cos x minus sin x. These are some trigonometric functions. There was a power formula which you studied, d by dx of x to the power n, n x n minus 1, where n is a real number, right? Differential of e to the power x, exponential function, e to the power x, differential of log x, 1 upon x, and so on. List goes on. Today we are starting exercise 5.2. Question number 1 of exercise 5.2 is sin x square plus 2, and by convention we represent this function by y. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. Then d by dx of y is equal to d by dx of sin x square plus 2. You know that derivative of sin x or differentiation of sin x with respect to x is cos x. Observe that here question is sin x square plus 2. Sin x is not there. Instead there is sin x square plus 2. Whatever may be in this bracket, whatever may be the form of x, you are differentiating this sin with respect to x. Here sin is not a function of x. Sin is a function of x. Consider my line. Sin is a function of x. What will happen? We differentiate sin as it is cos x square plus 2, and then once again we differentiate this function. This is known as chain rule, right? You know that d by dx has a property of distribution. What does it mean? That d by dx of x square and d by dx of 2 both will be done. So, cos x square plus 2, d by dx distribute over both d by dx of 2. Derivative of x square is 2x, derivative of 2 is 0, and we write derivative of x square before the function. I am just taking this question to make you understand this point more clearly. d by dx of sin root x. That means differentiate both sides with respect to x. Sin of something, here sin x square plus 2, and here we have sin root x. So sin root x is cos root x, and derivative of root x again x to the power 1 by 2. X to the power 1 by 2 becomes 1 by 2 root x. I suppose that you know how to differentiate square root of x, and if you don't know, let me tell you once again. Root x means x to the power half, x to the power half minus 1, n x n minus 1 and half of x to the power minus half, and look, that's how it comes. Question number 2, cos sin x. Y is equal to cos sin x. Again, differentiate both sides with respect to x. Differential means apply the operator d by dx both the sides. D by dx cos sin x. Right? Differential of cos x is minus sin x. And here we have cos of something, whatever may be. Cos x square, cos root x, cos log x, cos e to the power x, whatever. You just remember, derivative of cos of something is sine of something. So it becomes minus sine x. Differential of cos of x is minus sine x, and differential of sine x again, because cos is a function of sine x, and this is the case of function of function. Chain rule. Derivative of sine x is cos x. So your answer is minus cos x and sine x. Look, don't think that cos and sine are multiplied together. Cos is a function of sine x. This is there, does not written that cos x into sine x. Please. Now next question, sine ax plus b. Y is equal to sine ax plus b. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. So apply the derivative d by dx. Sine ax plus b. Derivative of sine ax plus b is cos ax plus b. And what will happen now? Derivative of ax plus b, once again, because we know only the derivative of sine x. If there is a change in x, we will differentiate it once again. That's why it is known as chain rule. Now you know that very well that d by dx will enter in the bracket because it has distributive property. Derivative of ax is only a and derivative of b is 0. So a cos ax plus b. Right? Derivative of sec 10 root x. Y is equal to sec 10 root x. D by dx of y. This question has one extra step as we did in last 3 questions. Look, sec is a function of 10 root x. 10 is a function of root x. Don't think about sec. Sec is a function of something. Differential of sec is sec x 10x. Derivative of sec x is sec x 10x. So sec 10 root x and 10 root x. Consider this as one thing only. Now comes the chance of 10 root x. Fine. You know very well, derivative of 10 of something is sec square something, because we know that derivative of 10x is sec square x. So sec 10 root x 10 root x, it will give you sec square root x, right? And derivative of root x once again, and you know that derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. So your answer is 1 upon 2 root x. I am writing the derivative of root x in the starting of this series, right? 1 by 2 root x sec 10 root x 10 root x and then sec square root x. Now sine ax plus b upon cos cx plus d. You remember the formulas, two formulas. Derivative of u into v, that means derivative of product of two functions was u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. One formula, product formula you can say, and quotient formula which we already know from class 11th, d by dx of u upon v. Look carefully, this is of the form u upon v. U is sin ax plus b and v is cos cx plus d, and it was v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v upon v square. So consider y is equal to sin ax plus b upon cos cx plus d. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, d by dx, y d by dx of sin ax plus b upon cos cx plus d. U is sin ax plus b and v is cos cx plus d. So formula is save cos cx plus d and differentiate sin ax plus b minus save sin ax plus b and differentiate cos cx plus d divided by cos cx plus d whole square, because you know that denominator was v square, right? Cos cx plus d, derivative of sin ax plus b is cos ax plus b, and derivative of ax plus b once again will give you a, right? Minus sin ax plus b, derivative of cos cx plus d is minus sin cx plus d, minus minus plus sin cx plus d, and derivative of cx plus d will give you c, right? Divided by cos square cx plus d, and here is your answer. We can simplify it also, a cos cx plus d and cos square. Actually I want to distribute cos square, this and this, between two functions, right? So cos cx plus d and cos cx plus d will cancel out. So cos square cx plus d, I have distributed sin ax plus b and sin cx plus d divided by cos square cx plus d. This cos cx plus d and this cos will cancel out. A cos ax plus b into sec cx plus d plus c sin ax plus b. Look carefully, sin cx plus d and 1 cos cx plus d will become tan cx plus d into sec cx plus d, because 1 upon cos cx plus d will become cos sec cx plus d. That's all. Question number 6, a little bit complicated. Two functions multiplied together, cos x cube into sin square x to the power 5. Y is equal to cos x cube sin square x to the power 5. Product of two functions, dy by dx, differentiating both the sides, apply the operator d by dx, cos x cube sin square x to the power 5. Try to understand. there are two functions, cos x cube out, derivative of sin square x to the power 5, or you can write it as sin x to the power 5 whole square, fine, plus sin square x to the power 5 and derivative of cos x cube. A little bit complication is there. First we apply power formula. What was power formula? D by dx of x to the power n is equal to nx n minus 1. I name it power formula. As such, nothing is written in the books, right? So first of all, we will solve whole power. Whether it is whole square, whole cube, whole power 10, square root, negative or positive, whatever may be. So cos x cube. Solve power first. 2 sin x to the power 5 and raised to the power 1 and x n minus 1, and instead of x you have a function of x. So d by dx of sin. Again try to understand. First you apply power formula, simplified, and x and minus 1. This sin x to the power 5 you are treating as x. Try to understand. And you will again differentiate this because it is not x. It is a function of x. Whatever may be. Sin x to the power 5, x to the power 5 plus x square, anything, right? Now sin square x to the power 5, derivative of cos x cube is minus sin x cube, and derivative of x cube once again cos x cube, write down to here, sin x to the power 5, sin x to the power 5 is cos x to the power 5, and derivative of x to the power 5 once again. So you have a look, try to understand. Chain rule. In this function you have applied chain rule 2 times. Minus sin square x to the power 5, sin x cube and 3x square. Never write any single function of x at the end. You have observed I have always written in the starting of the series whatever trigonometric functions are multiplied. So x to the power 5 will give you 5, x to the power 4, 5 to the 10, x to the power 4, any constant I am writing in the starting. Cos x cube, sin x to the power 5, cos x to the power 5, finish, minus 3x square, sin square x to the power 5 and sin x cube. Now look, observe carefully. The work of derivative is over, right? Now just take out whatever you can take common, like sin x to the power 5 can be taken out, x square can be taken out, so we can have x square sin x to the power 5 out, and inside 10x square cos x cube cos x to the power 5 minus 3 sin x to the power 5 and sin x cube. And this is the whole solution. You need to look at it many times. You have to do it with at least 2-3 times. Only then you can understand this question. 2 square root of cot x square. Next question. Suppose y is equal to this. Apply operator d by dx. 2 d by dx cot x square, and square root means power half, right? Apply Which formula? As I told that apply power formula. Power half is there. D by dx cot x square raised to the power half minus 1. Look, n x n minus 1. But here not x, function of x is there. And we differentiate cot x square again. Right? 2 and 2 gets cancel out. This becomes square root of cot x square. Why so? Half minus 1 is minus half, and minus half can be written as square root of x in the denominator. Cot x square is derivative of cot of something is. Derivative of cot x is minus cosec square x. So cot x square will give you minus cosec square x square, because x is not there. Instead of x there is a function of x square, so we differentiate derivative of x square. Once again, this is 2x, hence 2x, negative sign here. Write numerator first and then denominator. I hope you are getting it. And you have any problem, if you face any problem, please write in the comment box. Last question of today's video is question number 8, and remaining 2 questions I will take in another part. Cos root x. As we did sin root x, d by dx of, this is easy question. Question number 6 you need to do again and again, right? Derivative of cos of something is minus sin something, and derivative of something is once again, because it is not x, this is function of x. Derivative of root x is minus 1 upon 2 root x sin root x. That's all for today, and I hope you must have understood all the problems. Let's meet again. Till then, bye-bye, and don't forget to share, like and subscribe my video and press the bell icon.